You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Baby Daddy After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Baby Daddy After Show.
Yes, Spice Girls, to bring us in. I love them.
Brit's finest.
Yes, to season 3, episode 9 of Baby Daddy, Go Brit or Go Home. So we thought Spice Girls was very fitting.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl? Posh, obviously.
She's kind of cool. I mean, I have to say because she's with, you know.
Beckham.
Yeah.
It's Beckham.
David Beckham, who's definitely a hottie.
Soccer player.
But yeah, this episode has a lot of different storylines going on at the same time.
Oh, hi, by the way.
Hi, sorry.
You just jump. You're all business. You just jump right into it.
You got me distracted with David Beckham. Sorry.
I asked you who your favorite Spice Girl was. You're like, so yeah, storyline. By the way, let's talk a little bit.
Sorry, how
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Purple, very fitting.
Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted. David Beckham just totally mind tracked.
David Beckham makes you think of Baby Daddy?
No, David Beckham.
Oh, you want him to be your baby daddy?
Oh, Lordy.
That makes sense.
Well, so tell him your name.
My name is Andreas. You can follow me on Instagram at Greek Casanova. I hope you know how to spell that by now. If you don't, it's Greek Casa Nova.
And I'm your guys' host, Annika Michelle. And I'm excited.
It's a pretty good episode.
It is.
You know what I like about this episode?
What do you like?
It's Tucker heavy. I feel like we don't get enough Tucker on the show, and it's about time that he made his presence known, and I think he does a good job in this episode.
He did. I think he does. I mean, he's, like you said, comedic relief in many different episodes.
Yeah, he has so many quotable lines in this episode that I wrote most of them down on the sheet of paper. I did my homework. I did my due diligence.
Yes, you did.
So hopefully I can read my writing.
I have a few of my favorite lines digitally on my phone.
Oh, you put it on your iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see who got the better lines.
Okay, you guys can vote and say who got the better lines. Help us out here. But let's start with Logan, Danny, and Bonnie.
Yeah, the trifecta.
The trifecta.
Derek finally found a woman, or Danny finally found a woman his height. They look perfect together.
They do. She's tall and she's cute.
Tall,
you know?
Blonde. She looks like she's from Texas. I actually think she is from Texas.
She looks like a Southern girl.
She's taller than me.
Well, she was wearing big heels, but it's okay. She looked good though.
5 inch.
I have to admit.
5-inch heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked good. Bonnie kind of bothered me in this episode.
Really?
Did she annoy you at all?
Was she because she was like a cock block, or?
No, I just felt like she was just kind of being, I don't know, I love Melissa Peterman. I think she's a great person and a great actress, but for some reason, during this episode, her character really bothered me. It was almost like, it was like nails on a chalkboard.
Like
because she was like, there was no like endearing, redeeming factors about her character. She was just, she was kind of a biatch.
Out to get Logan.
Yeah.
That's all she wanted to do.
Did you feel the same way, or what are your thoughts about that?
She for sure was out to get Logan because it's her son's career and she's a momager. And so if he doesn't play, she's not getting a paycheck, Yeah,
but as a mom, you should be honest to your son and be like, listen, Logan was more honest with, Danny than his own mom was. I mean, he's not performing on the field or the ice, the rink, whatever you call it. So as a mom, you should be like, listen, you need to step your game up. And maybe they won't have negative things to say about you. Right. Because everything she was writing was true. It was no defamation or slander towards his character. She's just being completely honest. What? I didn't write that down. I just got a text. Oh, I got a text from my buddy. He says, stop looking down. Thanks, Steve. Steve, I woke up like 20 minutes ago, so I don't want to look at the camera.
Oh, my gosh. Those are big words. That was good.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean...
Four syllable words today.
Yes.
I'm bringing it out. It's a
Bringing
new
it
year.
back.
It's a new me.
New Andreas.
But enough about me.
No, I agree with you. Like, she should have been more honest with Danny and been like, look, you're just not performing and you can't blame the news writer for telling the truth because that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like, if she was lying, I think it would have been a bigger deal. It kind of would have been probably more fun if she was lying.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what the article says. Like, you know, it would be nice to read the whole article. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, Derek sleeps with another girl. Danny does twice.
And scheduled a third appointment.
Has his shirt off again.
Like, no one complains about that. Trust me.
I don't complain. I'm sure a lot of viewers don't complain.
I don't complain.
And then Bonnie loves showing up in his locker room.
Oh.
And do you notice that there's always like an extra who's like ripped? He looks like he's on steroids with a towel, just like walking back and forth. Do you notice that? And Bonnie always like winks at him, and she always. You notice that? It's like anytime there's a locker room scene, there's some ripped background guy just walking back and forth.
And
it just
everyone
looks like
loves
he just.
it.
Yeah, he looks like he should be in
But
that.
here's my thing. How is Bonnie and this girl, Logan, allowed in the men's locker room? Because let me tell you.
Reporters are allowed. Do you ever watch after a football game? There'll be like some really cute female reporter interviewing, and there'll be a bunch of guys like in their towels, and sometimes you'll catch a glimpse of a buttocks or something walking across. And it's awkward. It shouldn't be like that because, you know, if girls are allowed in a men's locker room, I feel like men should be allowed in a women's locker room.
You would think that.
And I would cover the Summer Olympics, women's beach volleyball for sure.
I'm sure you would.
But that's
a whole different story.
Yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah, I just thought it was always interesting. I'm like, Bonnie's usually the only girl in there, and this time it was Logan too.
Yeah.
And it was just interesting to see. But so she writes this, and so Danny gets her in a bed. I think hoping that it's going to change her article.
I don't think Danny was upset about it as much as Bonnie was.
No, I think you're right.
Danny doesn't really, he's kind of clueless. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just enjoying the ride. I mean, the guy's a professional hockey player. He's having a good time.
Yeah.
And I think it was more Bonnie because, like you said, she's the momager. Is that the momager?
Momager, yeah.
Yeah, so I think she was more bothered by it than anything. And I think Danny finally finds a girl that he's same size, same proportions. Physically, they go well together. And I think, like, obviously you find out later in the episode he actually truly likes her as a person.
He does, and he don't want to stop seeing her.
And he appreciates her honesty. And, you know, Bonnie should be more honest with this, you know, with her kids, I think.
I feel like she's more... I feel like there's times where she's sometimes too honest. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be times, especially with Ben's character, like, she'll just, like, I don't know if it's because he has a kid or what, but, like, or sometimes even with Tucker or Riley, like, she'll be really honest with those two.
Yeah, sometimes brutally honest. Her character is really sarcastic, which is good, but, you know, sometimes it's hard to really like a character that's always sarcastic. You want to have some real organic moments in a show. And I think some of Bonnie's best moments, obviously she's got really great one-liners, and she's very good at improv, but sometimes when she has, like, those sentimental moments with her sons and really honest, earnest moments that for me, I really enjoy those.
Yeah.
Because
they're like heartwarming and they don't come as often.
she's a mom, you know, and it's nice to hear her give like real, legitimate advice to her kids. So those are the moments that I liked, and I think those are the moments that were lacking in this episode. And I wish, you know, the writers would start writing some more of those moments between her and her children. Because this episode, I just felt like she was kind of being mean the whole time and being overly sarcastic. And that was just what I got from the episode. But
yeah,
that's that.
That's that. Before we go on to to Ben, Philip, and Riley.
Yeah.
Let's talk about chasing Maria Menounos.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesdays on Oxygen.
I'm Maria Menounos, and my life can get a little crazy. I host Extra. I'm an actor, producer, dancer, wrestler, and a lot of other things. I live with Kevin, my boyfriend of 15 years. Do you really love me?
I would say that I'm in serious like.
And my parents. Yep, I just said I live with my parents.
You drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy. My parents want us to get married.
You both love each other. Get married.
Kevin and I don't. I am going to get married when I want to get married. I think I want kids. Kevin definitely doesn't want them now.
This is being pushed on to us.
And of course, my parents wanted them yesterday.
This year, you gotta have it.
And I have a house full of people counting on me financially. If I take my eye off the ball, everything can fall apart.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or wants us to do. It's what we want to do.
Everyone thinks that they know what's best for me, but I'm really the only one. I have got to figure things out.
Chasing Maria Menounos is so new. Every Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, starting March 18, only on Oxygen.
And if you guys did not watch the premiere yesterday, it was so funny. It was so good. You guys need to watch it, DVR it, TiVo it, find it online, watch it, love it, become fans. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I think it's going to be my new #1 favorite show because I'm Greek. I could relate to that.
You can relate to the Greek.
I love their accents. Very
you don't
nice.
have a Greek.
I could have a Greek accent if I
okay.
want to. No, it's totally like everything they said in that little like.
Yeah.
It was exactly what
The
Greeks
culture,
are like.
yeah.
Watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
It's exactly like that.
No, it really is.
No, it really is.
Talk to any Greek. I go to the Greek
Yeah.
church. Everybody's like, no, it's exactly like that.
And like other people don't get it. They're like, oh no, it's a movie. I'm like, no, that's how our life is.
They were dating for They've been dating for 16 years.
I think, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, long time. But you guys watch the show definitely. It's really fun, and I was very entertained. So.
Yeah, watch that show, TiVo it, and then watch Baby Daddy as well. It's different networks, but
but watch them all. It's
both
fine.
entertaining.
Back to Baby Daddy. There's Ben, Philip, and Riley, and of course Philip was introduced last week as the guy that she met at the bar and liked, and Riley thought it was the one.
Chris O'Shea, he was on the show last week.
He was, and he was great, and we'd love to have him back.
I think he went up 1,000 Twitter followers after that.
Wow.
Good for him. And he's single, which we found out from, what was her name? Nicole
Melissa?
Melissa.
Melissa from Kentucky.
Melissa from Kentucky. She tweeted asking if Chris is single. Chris is single. But after, he was on AfterBuzz.
Yeah,
I mean, his
who
stock went
knows?
up. His
Who
price went up
knows?
dramatically. So
Who knows what happened in a week?
he'll be off the market. Hopefully he'll come back on the show.
Yeah, that would be fun. So
he had a really good time.
we had fun. He was really cool, and I'm sure you guys at home probably enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I love this episode because everybody has their own rendition of the English accent. Tucker,
yes.
and then Ben, and then Philip comes in, and he kind of reminds me of Hugh Jackman, or not Hugh Jackman, Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant. Yeah, very charming, very well dressed, dapper, and he's hard not to like, right?
Well, you can't.
And we can see why Riley fell in love with him right off the bat.
Right.
So I really like his character. I think Chris does a great job playing that character. And his whole storyline is really funny as well. Like, it's perfect. He's a professor. He's smart, well-read, well-traveled. And the fact that he has an accent.
Totally tops it off. Girls love accents, by the way.
Yeah. What's your favorite accent?
Okay, this is going to sound really weird. I like all accents, but...
The Greek accent.
Yes, and on top of that, I really like the South African accent.
So the English accent, basically?
No, like a true South African one.
Can you give me an
No,
example?
I really can't. But if you guys YouTube it, I'm sure somebody on there can...
Wow, you have a crush on a guy with a South African accent.
I do
Who
not.
is he? Spill your beans.
I don't. I wish I did. That would be amazing.
When did you hear it? It's not that often.
It was
you hear a
really
South African
random.
accent.
At Best Buy, the guy who was selling me TV had a South African accent. And I was like, you can just talk all day about this TV. And
Did you ask him where his accent was from?
yeah, from South Africa.
Okay. Burbank Best Buy?
Yep, that's the one.
That's the only Best Buy I know. Well, there's one in West Hollywood.
But yeah, that's the girls love accents, which is why Riley was one of the reasons Riley fell for Philip.
Yeah, and which is why the guys were kind of, Ben was a little intimidated because you mess with a guy with an accent, you don't have a chance. And especially as an American, having an English bloke come over here. It's
and
like,
he's taking all the ladies.
They clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Are you talking from experience? Have you been out with an English guy?
Have I gone out with an English guy? No,
and
but
he's
if I
cleaned
see
up
a girl at a bar and I'm talking to her and all of a sudden somebody like a Philip approaches her, I'm like, it's over. I'm just gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna add some more soda to my to my vodka soda because the game's over. I'm gonna go over here by the pinball machine and be a creep by myself.
Be a creep.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I hardly believe that, but...
But yeah, he gets into a little pickle too, sexual harassment pickle.
He does, and it's Ben's fault, actually.
Yeah, because Riley basically tells Ben, I want you to get to know Philip because he's a really great guy.
Yeah.
So Ben, goes out of his way to please Riley because Ben obviously does care about Riley. And Riley gets over guys pretty easily, it seems like.
She's fast.
She moves fast.
She moves fast.
She wears her heart on her sleeve.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna work out between those two? Between Philip and Riley?
I think
you obviously know. Pretend you don't know.
I'll pretend
Be
I
an
don't know.
actress.
Okay. I mean, I hope it does. I think he's cool.
He said he's gonna be around for a little bit.
So that was a little teaser for us. So
Yeah.
I hope it lasts for a bit longer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think her heart's definitely into Danny and Ben. So that love triangle is not going anywhere. It's just taking a little mini hiatus sort of thing right now.
Little detour for now. Do you think Ben's gonna find love in the next couple episodes?
That's a good question. I feel like Ben's character, I don't know if is out looking for love or just
Trying to,
find a hookup, random girl to take home.
Yeah. He needs to work on
I feel like Danny's more looking for a relationship than Ben, if I had to pick from the two.
Yeah, I would say that. Danny seems like more like the relationship
Settled
type.
down, yeah.
Even though he has an easier time getting women in bed, I feel like deep down inside he does want like an honest,
full-on relationship.
Yeah, meaningful relationship.
I can see that.
Yeah, so everybody roots for Danny. He's a likable guy. There aren't that many characteristics about Danny that make you not want to root for him.
There isn't.
Ben, on the other hand, it's easy to not like Ben because he has so many flubs. He's always messing up, screwing up, saying the wrong things. But at the end of the day, he always seems to rebound and make up for things. And Riley forgives him. And
it's true. But the funny thing is in this one, like, Riley really wants Ben to be friends with Philip. But it's like, if you think about it in real life, like, how many people want...
That's not realistic.
No, like...
They just got off a nasty breakup, basically.
Yeah, and you want him to be friends with your current, like, guy that you're seeing. That's just kind of weird, like your ex,
Yeah, especially since they have that, history together.
Right.
They just broke up. And Baby Daddy days, like, every episode's, like, basically the next day.
A day, yeah.
So it's like they just broke up a week ago. Now she's already seeing this really, good-looking English bloke.
Yeah.
And she's like, Ben,
be friends.
He's so nice. Once you get to know him, be friends with him. So, like, realistically, obviously, but we know the show's not that realistic.
Right.
It's a 30-minute multicam comedy. I mean, we can't really dissect it that much. We got to take it for what it is. And it's, it's funny and it's entertaining. And
it is. And there's a couple lines in there that Ben says, like, to Philip. He was like, of course you like him or something. Like, he looks like a prince and talks like a butler. I was like, yes, Ben.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and then he said something else. I wrote it down because I was like, oh, that was Bonnie talking to Logan earlier. I have to say one of my favorites was when she was like, well, tell me what you like want. And she's like, well, what I want is, an unmarked van, a star map, and the gate code to Bon Jovi's house. But what I'm gonna get is
no, that was a good
like
one.
that was good. I was like, yes, Bonnie, you tell him.
Tucker had a bunch of good ones. He's talking to Riley. Wait, was he talking to Riley that one? She's like, what does he have that I don't have? And she's like, an accent.
Yeah.
And then he starts working the accent thing, and it's amazing because Tucker's accent's actually pretty decent compared to Ben's. So Tucker turns on the accent. Remember at the bar?
Yeah.
He's like working the field. He's got 2-3 girls. And then he complimented the girl on his bosom.
Yeah. And Ben, like, so
he's
awkwardly.
like, excuse me, has anybody ever told you that you have an absolutely lovely bosom? And then
she just like smiles and walks away.
She smiles. If you go up to if you going up with an American accent, like, yeah, yo, girl, you got some nice bosoms or whatever, she'd probably slap you or throw a drink on you or something. Get escorted out by the 6'6", 250-pound bouncer.
He just picks you
End
right
up on
and
worldstarhiphop.com or something. Have you ever gone to that website, WorldStar?
No.
Oh, okay.
I will have to check it out tonight.
I don't know. You'll get lost on it. I spent 2 hours watching people getting knocked out on. There's like clips of people getting punched out in front of clubs. I know, it's bad.
The things you watch.
World Star, yeah.
But I love how Ben's accent, he was like, hello, Ducky, but like in this weird like...
the most unattractive accent ever. Hello, Ducky! You're just like, whoa.
Scare that girl right away.
Yeah, she freaked out. Not an attractive accent.
But he tried. He did give it an effort.
Well, he got a sexual harassment.
Because the student thought that he was...
Oh, she wanted to audit his... What class does he teach?
I don't know, but
art history or something?
Yeah, his art history class.
Oh, Philip's an artist. He has everything. What doesn't he have?
Riley.
Yeah, she wanted to... Yeah.
Oh, actually, he does have
he has
Riley.
Basically, she wants to audit his art history class, and Ben's in Philip's office pretending to be Philip.
Yes.
And basically sexually harasses
her. He wasn't
her.
trying to. It happened kind of by accident.
Yeah, I think she's very sensitive. I don't think that was a sexual harassment case.
Yeah.
I've seen some professors sexually harass students, and
that wasn't.
And they didn't even say anything about it. So I think she was very sensitive.
Yeah, I love that she had to like go to the dean.
She's
like,
probably looking for a nice little settlement.
I'm like, all he said is, I'll audit you anytime or something like that. And I'm like, it wasn't even that.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
That
She blew it. You know,
Way
she probably has a bunch of student loan debt that she can't afford to pay off, so she wants to get a nice little settlement to clear up that debt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is she, an art history major? What is she going to do with that?
Hey, those classes are expensive. Let me just
I know, exactly. That's the point. It's expensive, and she has nowhere to go once she gets that degree.
It's true.
No offense to all you art history majors out there. I took an art history class.
I did too. That's what I'm saying. Speaking
That's a hard class.
It really is. It's not an easy
It was like
class.
100 paintings you have to remember and memorize, the date.
Oh, good
and like the artist and
school.
the period. Yeah, that was so hard.
But going back to this, so Philip might be kicked out, and so he's like, well, the only way I might stay is Riley, do you think? And like Ben and Tucker are hiding, and they think that Philip's asking Riley's hand in marriage. So they go to the courthouse trying to stop this like marriage from happening.
Oh yeah, and Ben breaks down, has a pretty beautiful scene there.
Yeah.
It's like that scene where you chase
like
the one getting away from you at the airport, and he breaks down, just tells her how amazing she is, and blah, 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 blah. And it turns out they weren't getting married after all because they found out that Ben was actually the one who sexually harassed the student, and it wasn't Philip. Of course, Philip's not going to sexually harass a student. And if Philip was smart, he would have been like, let me see the student right off the bat, and it would have never been a problem to begin with. But actually, he was helping her. She was actually helping him apply for his visa.
Yeah, application.
That scene was really funny. They had all the extras. Like,
leave at every moment that Ben would say in the speech. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that was like
every
beat. So yeah, Ben would say something, and he's like, just don't do it for this. And then after every beat, a couple would leave that was about to get married.
For that reason, yeah. And I like that Ben walks in and Tucker walks in with Ben, and he's like, well, I'm glad she's not wearing white. At least she's honest. I'm like, oh my gosh, Tucker.
And then Riley mentions it later. She's like, of course I'm not getting married. Well, I would never wear this when I'm getting married.
Yeah.
So she comments on that too.
But I think like out of all things, like still again, which is going to be a pattern for sure, but Riley again forgives Ben. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if this was anybody else messing up this much, the forgiveness would have been out the door a long time ago.
Yeah. Riley's always going to forgive.
Yeah.
She's always going to have a place for Ben in her heart. And eventually they'll probably end up together.
Yeah.
She'll wear a nice, pretty white dress.
Maybe she'll be the next baby daddy.
Tucker will be the ring bearer. Or the flower girl.
Flower girl, yes!
Tucker will be the flower boy.
That would be amazing.
What other lines does Tucker have that's really, really funny? I wrote a bunch of them down.
You did.
See, I did my homework.
You did. I see that.
Oh, that Tucker was like, oh my God, Philip hit on you. Remember to Ben?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, you can never tell with those Brits.
So
it's funny.
true.
It's
so
true, though.
It's so true. You can't tell with like Europeans either sometimes.
Because they're a lot more flamboyant than Americans are, so you like misread it.
You totally do.
But I thought that was a funny line.
I like this episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Like I said, I really like Tucker's storyline. Bonnie, it kind of bothered me. Logan. Do you think Logan will be around?
I don't think so.
I hope not. I feel bad. I'm not talking. I'm sure she's a nice person.
No, I mean we're not talking about the actress. We're talking about the character.
Yeah, the character was just like, blah.
I think it was just a one-night stand. She got the story that she needed, and that's it. Like, and they made an appointment for a third hookup, and you know.
How about when Tucker was talking about? You remember they were talking about that little chair, that the little thing that goes up and down the staircase for old people?
With the nana?
He's like, my nana actually died on one of those things. She just kept going up and down for like 2 days before they found her. When they shot that, I was sitting in the audience, and I just could not stop laughing.
So funny.
Because I was thinking about those infomercials on TV.
That you always see late at night, when you can't sleep.
Yeah, where you're like riding it up and down. And I saw that meme. Remember that Drake song, Started from the Bottom, Now I'm Here? Well, there's a meme where there's like a old lady in one of those chairs on a staircase where she's starting at the bottom, and then it's like started at the bottom, and at the end it's like, now I'm here, and she's at the top of the staircase. And it's always those little like necklaces that you wear when you're like helpless and you need help and you press the button. It kind of reminded me of one of those infomercials. Yeah, I know it's messed up.
Those are on always late at night, like when you can't sleep, or early in the morning.
Yeah.
When you can't sleep.
Those really high quality, well directed infomercials.
Oh my God.
That'd be the worst job ever.
Directing those?
Directing or acting job. Like acting in an infomercial.
Still.
Yeah, but what are you gonna put that on your reel?
I mean.
Just like helplessly crawling.
Oh my gosh. On that note, do you want to move on to news and gossip?
Oh yeah. Yeah, news and gossip. I know some news.
I do too.
Ooh.
Oh, it's probably the same thing. Do you want me to go first?
Do you want to go first? I mean, I think we both are going to say the same thing. Do you want to say it at the same time?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Did you know that Baby Daddy is getting picked up for season 4?
Yay!
We didn't even plan that. It just happened. Organic chemistry.
Yes.
So, yeah, congratulations. 22 episodes. 22 episodes.
That's crazy. We're so excited.
You have to listen to us for at least another 22 episodes.
And plus another
how many
11 more that we have left on this.
They're going to get so sick of us.
No, they're going to love it.
Yeah. So that's exciting news. What else is exciting?
I don't know. You live with them, so you say something.
The stuff that I know I probably can't say.
You probably can't, let's be honest.
They're not listening anyways. But, I went to Taj's St. Patrick's Day barbecue.
How was that? Did you have fun?
It was really awesome. So hopefully I talked to him, and hopefully he'll come on the show one of these days so we could talk to him. Because Tucker doesn't get enough love on AfterBuzz.
We need to share the lovin'.
And I want Melissa on the show too, because I feel bad. I just talked crap about her character for the last 25 minutes.
It's not against
Melissa. Melissa's funny. So yeah, gossip, news.
That was it.
22 episodes. Congratulations.
Done.
That's very rare. 4th season.
I know.
Congratulations, guys. It's, and it just keeps gaining viewership. So I'm proud of all those guys. And they're all great people. They're all really good friends of mine. So I'm glad that the show's successful, and it's a great show. It's a great show to work on. Everybody's nice. There's a lot of synergy. It's like a big family. Big fat non-Greek family.
Non-Greek.
Nobody's fat. I'm not saying they're fat, but everybody's just awesome.
But everyone's like a family.
So congratulations to you guys, and hopefully we'll have everybody on this show. And maybe during this season finale, we can get a few people here.
All squished together.
Throw a whole party.
Yeah.
Be like Andy Bravo. We'll all be sipping cocktails out of our AfterBuzz TV mugs.
It'll be awesome. But yeah, that's the news and gossip.
Yeah.
Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, while you're sipping, I will.
Sipping on some scissors.
I will say. That was it.
Sipping on some. Okay, go.
No, I remember that song. I was gonna say for predictions, even though he teased it last week that he's only here for a few episodes, I don't know how serious I'll get, because I think Riley will realize that she really wants to be with Ben or Danny. And I think that Logan is not going to be back anymore. I really hope that Tucker finds a girlfriend. I say this all the time. He needs a girl.
Tucker needs a girl.
Oh my gosh, he really does. And
he's had one girlfriend on this, right? One girl this whole time.
And all these other guys are getting girls left and right.
We're like 50 episodes deep on this show. Come on, Tucker. Get some
Get
game.
it together, Tucker. Use that accent that you were trying to learn.
Use the baby again.
Yes.
The cheerleading was funny, too. We forgot to mention
that. It was cute. It was that baby Emma. Yeah, those are my predictions.
Yeah, great predictions.
Thank you.
I think Riley is going... Okay, you know what? I think Philip is a little smarter version of Juan Pablo from The Bachelor.
Oh my gosh.
So I think his accent is going to get old after a while.
Okay.
And I think she's going to get over it, because right now it's it's new, it's refreshing.
It's cute.
Yeah, so right now she's like a schoolgirl and she's excited. She's got a crush, but I don't think there's really any substance to that relationship.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's not over, obviously she's not over Ben. Ben's not over her. So in the next few episodes, unless one of them gets a new love interest, I think they'll end up trying to work things out again.
Yeah.
Logan's not going to be around for a while. I really just didn't feel any chemistry between those two characters
they even just kiss on the cheek.
They look good together. They end up in bed together, but even when they're in bed together, they kind of look awkward. There's spacing.
There's a bit of spacing. If you just had sex with someone, you'd get a little bit closer.
I think the writers are going to touch more on maybe Danny's profession as far as a hockey player.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the episode, what I liked about the episode, one of the things I liked about the episode that we didn't talk about was when Danny wrote that negative story about himself. So as a person and an athlete, he's really trying to work on his career and self-improvement and better himself. So I think maybe the writers will touch more on that storyline as far as his profession and stuff like that. So Logan's out of the picture. Philip his accent's going to wear thin, and Ben and Riley will try to work things out in the next few episodes. So that's my prediction. It was long, and I'm sorry.
You're fine. But thanks for watching. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Greek Casanova.
That was fast. And you can find me on Twitter at Annika_Michelle, Instagram AnnikaMichelle1, and my website AnnikaMichelle.com.
Love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching, guys.
You're awesome.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.